Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. I was gonna be like, yay, it's the weekend, but every day is pretty much like the weekend now. Nothing has really changed, other than the fact that my dad is home for the weekend, although the next 2 weeks he will not be working. I think I was telling you guys like last weekend kind of what was going on, and although he is considered an essential worker because he's an electrician, some of the like jobs and projects that he's working on right now is like a lot slower. So my dad is going to be home, and hopefully we will finally be able to get some of our outside projects done. So actually tomorrow and Sunday I think it's supposed to rain, but it's supposed to be in like the 60s, which is really nice. We're actually supposed to have decent weather, not super warm or anything, and like I said, I think it's supposed to rain, but it's supposed to be nicer you know, than like today and yesterday was. Like yesterday when it was snowing out, and then 2 days ago before that, the day before that, and the day before that what was that on, let's see, today's Friday, so it was Thursday, so Tuesday and Wednesday it was like 70s, almost 80, you know, and now it's like freezing cold. But again, we'll be in the 60s, and then we're supposed to be like in like I think the 40s maybe, or something like that. It's supposed to kind of drop off, and then we're supposed to be in like 50s to 60s sort of throughout, it looks like, the rest of like next week maybe or so. But again, I told you guys I really only pay attention to the weather for like kind of like the next few days, because anything after that I don't trust the weather to be right. And guys, my hair is so short, it is all like flopping out of my bun, and I will most likely have my hair down for you guys tomorrow because I'm going to probably just wear it in like a ponytail, but you guys can probably see how stinging short it is, which is why I have like absolutely no bun right now, and I've got like, this is all my hair that doesn't fit in it, it's all coming out and stuff. So yeah, anyways guys, we'll just ignore my messy hair for right now. But yeah, so anyways, that's what's going on, guys, and I literally like don't have anything else to share with you guys for today because literally didn't do anything. I made dinner for tonight. We had 3 boxes of macaroni and cheese, and I chopped up 4 hot dogs and threw them in there, and that was what was for dinner, honestly. Just because actually we're trying to use up like stuff that we know we have on hand. Like we knew actually we had a lot of hot dogs for some reason, and my mom was like, hey, let's freeze all of these, and we grilled some when we grilled on like Monday or whatever it was earlier in the week, that really nice day, and so there were still 4 hot dogs left over, and we have a bunch still in the freezer. But since we had the 4 in the fridge, I was like, you know what, let's try and use these. And we had some boxes of macaroni and cheese also. So I was like, hey, let's just do a super easy dinner, and let's make that for dinner tonight. And tomorrow we are going to grill again, because again, it is supposed to be a little bit warmer. But my dad got some frozen beef patties at Aldi, like not this last weekend, but the weekend before that, I think. And then again, we have some hot dogs. We've got a couple things of hamburger and hot dog buns, so we should be good. And again, grill this weekend because the weather's supposed to be nice. We can take advantage of that. We don't dirty a lot of dishes when we grill too, because we don't like cook on anything. You know, just the grill, and that gets cleaned itself, so I don't have to put anything extra in the dishwasher. And then so we'll probably do that for dinner tomorrow. And then on Sunday is Easter, so we got a ham from Jewel, and then we also, my mom is making a vegetarian lasagna. I honestly think those 2 things combined, we will have leftovers for probably at least a good few days. And I don't remember if I was telling you guys this yesterday or if I was just talking to somebody in the living room, because honestly guys, starting to go a little crazy here. I can't remember who I was telling this to, but I was saying it like that probably Tuesday we'll still have leftovers from Easter, maybe even into Wednesday. Like, you know, we might, my mom might find some other use for the ham as well, like we might do split pea soup. But there's always like, my favorite thing to do is to always use up leftovers and try and find the best creative ways to use leftovers. Like, split pea soup, which I think we have split peas, which would be awesome. But we could totally do that, and you throw the ham bone in and you cook it with the ham bone in there, and you cut up the extra chunks of, you know, ham that's left over, and you've got a lovely split pea soup, which I love. I can't have it though if it has the ham in it. Matthew and Jack, I think, are not huge fans of split pea soup, although like I said, I love it. But that's a really good use for like leftover like ham. And then again, I'm sure we'll have some leftover lasagna left over as well. I wonder if I could use leftover one more way in that sentence. Anyways, that, and then I think we're gonna do like side dishes too. Like we've got some cans of green beans and some what's it called, mushroom soup, cream of mushroom soup. I'm also tired, guys, and it's actually 1 o'clock. I totally lost track of time. I was on my phone and I need to take a shower. I stayed up a little too late tonight, although I've been really good. I've been going to bed early. I actually went to bed, I woke up earlier today than I did like the last 2 days really. I got up at like probably about 9 o'clock. I've been waking up at normally about 10 o'clock. But again, I normally haven't been falling asleep until like 1 o'clock. And it stinks that it's 1 o'clock right now and I still haven't even taken a shower yet. So yeah, but I've been actually really good this week, guys. Really, really good about going to bed at least at a decent hour and waking up at least at a somewhat decent time. Again, 10 o'clock is kind of sleeping in, but some days I will wake up at 8 o'clock. It's just I fall back asleep, and that is what really stinks. Like I'll wake up to my alarm clock and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and get things done. But the good news is that, again, my dad will be home for the next 2 weeks, so hopefully we can try and get some projects done in the morning, because I like to get up and get things done in the morning. My dad is a super early riser. He wakes up at like stinking 3 in the morning, I think, is when he gets up, or 3 something, is when he gets up normally to go to work. Obviously, on the weekends, he sleeps in until like 6 or 7 o'clock. That's sleeping in for him. I seriously don't know if he's ever slept in past like 9 o'clock. Other than like if he was like sick or something like that, or if he threw his back up, because that has happened, and he has been out where he'll just stay in bed. I don't necessarily know that he sleeps until 9 o'clock, but I don't, like I said, I don't think he ever really stays in bed past like 9. So yeah. But that he'll be awake, like maybe if we can try and get to some projects, or at least he can wake me up and be like, hey, like, you know, get up so you can get to some stuff that you need to do. Because it's normally helpful when I have like that one other person that like is like, you know, just comes and is like, hey Kayla, wake up, and then I'm like, okay, I'm totally awake. When it's just my alarms, I'm like, hey, I can just turn you off. You're annoying. But when it's an actual person, I can't do that. So like I said, guys, I need to get in the shower and get to bed, but hopefully next week too I can kind of stay strong and stay with it, going to bed early, because I really do feel like just kind of like my like being able to get things done, like my productivity in like quarantine and everything like that, like I've actually been a lot better in getting things done and stuff like that. Although I've been not quite as good this week with editing and like uploading and stuff, although I think I have them scheduled out like vlog wise for like until this weekend, so I should be good. Plus I think I have 2 that are edited I could upload as well. But long story short, I just haven't been quite as good this week, but I've been really good with laundry this week, which is awesome. And dishes too, which is another thing. Like because everybody's home and is like, you know, having cereal, you know, for breakfast, and then having lunch and having dinner, like 5 people all at the same time. Again, my dad's not normally here all of that much, except for on the weekends since he was at work and everything. But when there's that many people, at least 4 that are eating 3 meals a day, plus, you know, maybe dirtying extra plates and bowls and stuff like that, it's a lot of dishes to like get done, you know, because again, when Matthew and Jack are at school, they don't have, you know, they might only have like waffles that they put on a paper plate for breakfast, or again, they have lunch at school. Matthew's not even here during the week, so like I've noticed that we've been doing a ton more dishes. Laundry, when it was warm out kind of this week, we didn't go through actually as much clothes, and the clothes that we were wearing weren't as bulky because it was hot, so we were wearing shorts and t-shirts and that kind of stuff instead of like big sweatshirts and, you know, stuff that takes up more space in the washing machine. So I noticed that we didn't have actually as much laundry this week. It was a little bit better, I think, than like last week was. And probably this week will be a mix of that as well. But again, like I said, dishes, it's really crazy. Laundry is a little bit better. Normally, because I wash Matthew's laundry anyway on the weekend when he come home from school, like it was kind of the same thing. Like I feel like laundry really hasn't changed in that aspect, but dishes definitely were. And on top of that too, we're cooking from home way more. We're not going out to eat. We're not like, people aren't just like running out and like grabbing something, you know, or whatever. So we are, like I said, we're making our meals at home and everything. So obviously then there's a lot more dishes added onto that. Matthew makes himself eggs in the morning instead of not being here for breakfast. You know, we'll make like dinners. Normally at least like once a week we normally go out for dinner or something like that, but obviously can't do that, so we're cooking all like seven days a week, cooking at least for dinners. Sometimes we'll do a hodgepodge and be like, hey, go find yourself something, or have leftovers or whatever, you know, like, you know, can of soup or something, or, you know, can of ravioli or whatever. But yeah, it's like, you know, that still involves like dirtying dishes instead of just like takeout food, or again, eating out at a restaurant or something like that. We don't necessarily have dishes that we're dirtying. So again, I've noticed a ton more dishes that have to be done, and just staying on top of. My mom too, especially I think when she is like very like I think stir crazy, she bakes a lot, and I think cooks too, but I think this week I've really been doing it to kind of, because she did it like all the last like 2 weeks really, so I was kind of trying to pick up a little bit of that and be like, hey, I'll at least cook for this week. And again, she's doing pretty much all of Easter, she's cooking, so you know, my dad grills, but we, like I said, she especially really loves to like bake and stuff like that. And we had Jack's birthday the other day, so we had like a cake, but my mom will make like banana bread or brownies, or, you know, like other kinds of stuff. So there is, like I said, a lot of, you know, cooking and stuff like that that my mom has been doing that's extra that we normally don't always have. I mean, she does make like brownies and banana bread and stuff like that maybe like every few times a week, but I feel like it's just been a lot more recently, where she's like almost every single night we have a different dessert to have with dinner, or have after dinner, which again is a lot more dishes. So that's why, like I said, I think we just had, you know, dishes are one thing we have to stay on top of. Anyways, guys, I totally need to get to bed. I'll see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny pieces tomorrow. So bye, guys.